In India, there is a farmer who planted an entire forest in just 40 years. Meet Jadev. 40 years ago, Jadev saw that next to his home, the trees were dying, the river was flooding, and the animals were fleeing. He saw deforestation. So he decided to cut branches from the trees in his garden and put them here in the middle of nowhere. Every day, he would take his boat, cross the river, walk for 2 hours, and plant a tree next to his farm. He did this 3 months a year, every year, for 40 years. And that's how he turned this desert into a beautiful forest that is bigger than Central Park in New York. It all goes to show, if you do something small every day for many days, sooner or later, you will create something much, much bigger than you. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. We found one of the youngest billionaires in the world. We found him in Rayagada, India. This is Ritesh. He is 27 years old. So how did he become a billionaire? Well, he took the biggest risk of his life. He went to an empty hotel, took over it, changed the beds, the rooms, the service, and named it Oyo Hotel. And that upgrade made the hotel go from empty to full. At age 22, he had 500 hotels. At age 24, he raised $1 billion. And at age 26, he had over 43,000 hotels and built the second largest hotel chain in the world. This is luck, hard work, and determination at the same time. When you don't let your age, background, or ethnicity get in the way, you will achieve greatness. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
Guys, we found one of the biggest kitchens in the world, and they've been feeding more than 100,000 people every single day for free. Let us show you the Golden Temple. This temple is made of real gold. They got floors that look like this, ceilings filled with crazy designs, and a huge pool all around it. But the best part of this temple is actually hidden away deep inside, and it's the kitchen. Here, these guys wake up at 4 a.m. every day to cook over 2,500 kilograms of dal, 1,800 kilograms of rice, and over 5,000 pieces of bread. They serve it on this plate for free, thanks to volunteers and donations. These volunteers give their time and money to the Golden Temple because they believe that every human being is equal. This religious place is important because it doesn't care about your religion. It cares about you as a human. The Golden Temple doesn't just have walls of gold, but people with hearts of gold. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
In India, there is a woman who opened an entire bank for the bottom 1% of women.
I'm Chetna. I started the first bank for village women in India.
These women were rejected from normal banks just because they were poor. So Chetna gathered them up, taught them interest, capital, and finance, and opened the first bank in India by village women for village women. They have ATM cards, digital wallets, and even biometric logins. After 20 years of this, her bank has more than 170,000 account holders, loaned over $50 million, and helped many poor women start their business. Chetna should be a national hero because her bank saves the bottom 1%, not the top 1%. Because banking, finance, and access to money should be a human right. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. In India, there is a painter who paints not with a brush, but with a typewriter.
I'm Gurumurthy. I make art on typewriter.
Gurumurthy used to be a banker and art was his hobby. His paintings were nice but unsuccessful until he had a crazy idea.
Why don't I use typewriter for making artwork?
But it was a lot harder than he thought because typewriters have no erase buttons. A little mistake means you must start over. But he continued and he created hundreds of artworks only with a typewriter that people loved. Because of this, he retired from banking and now he is a full-time artist with a typewriter. Guru Murthy is an example. If you wanna stand out from the crowd, you gotta do things differently. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. Alright, this is crazy. In India, I found a guy who makes tiles out of polluted air.
Hi Nasdaily, I'm Tejas Sidnal.
He is a material designer who wanted to solve air pollution. How? By capturing the pollution carbon in the air and putting it inside tiles. First, he collected tons of carbon from factories. He processed it in his lab. He mixed it with other materials. He made it stronger, sent the final materials to artisan factories, and made it into art by hand. The result is this tile. It comes with zero waste, zero pollution, and 1 day worth of clean air. Imagine, this guy's invention is able to make the air less polluted and put that pollution in something that is useful for the world. If this guy succeeds, we all succeed. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. In India, I found an inventor who makes children toys out of cigarettes.
Hey nasdaily, I'm Naman Gupta and I found a way to turn cigarette butt into gold.
3 years ago, when Naman was taking a walk, he noticed that he couldn't even take 1 step without stepping on a cigarette butt. So he did something about it. He collected tons of cigarettes and ran experiments to come up with an organic formula that can turn these filters into white cotton in just 2 days. He built a huge factory and started paying people money to collect cigarette butts and bring to his factory. It gets turned into cotton to make pillows, dolls, and chairs from cigarettes. By now, this cigarette cotton is tobacco-free and very safe to use. Genius! You can change the world just by collecting cigarettes. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. In India, we found a farmer who saved thousands of lives using his tuk-tuk ambulance. And guess what? He's not even a medic.
Hi, I am Karimullah. Everyone call me Ambulance Dada.
Ambulance Dada lives in a place with no hospitals. So when people get sick, he volunteers to drive them on his bike and bring them to a hospital all for free. He saved thousands of lives this way, riding more than 50 kilometers over rivers, bad traffic, even bumpy roads where a normal ambulance cannot go. After years of doing this, he saved up enough donations to build his own Ambulance Dada hospital so everyone can be treated immediately and on the spot, also for free. Guys like him are the reason humanity is beautiful. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.